Hello! Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Smitty.
Good evening, everybody.
Rogue.
Howdy, howdy.
Maddie.
Good afternoon, everybody, where I am at.
And Stanza.
Hello.
And we are here to continue the Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign. Last time, after having your big fight with the drow, you had a restful evening eating spider legs and lizards.
No.
Or very quickly going to bed in the case of Hargate and Asiana.
Yeah, I don't know what was about us. We just clonked out.
And then you have you continue to explore the drow stronghold, trying to find anything else on this level that was of interest. You fought your way past a quartet of ghosts, 3 drow spectres and a wraith, who didn't seem too impressed when you were hitting them with swords, but you hit them with swords repeatedly until they stopped being a problem. And for your troubles, Urenia straightened a painting and instantly died.
I beg your finest pardon?
The painting was cursed, and as Urenia straightened the wonky painting, it turned round and scared her to death.
Oh wait, never mind, you told me this.
Basin ran over and pumped an entire day's worth of lay on hands Urenia to wake her up, and you went through into the next room to find a century-old dwarven skeleton buried under a pile of loose stones, and retrieved the gauntlets of ogre power from her, which had been given to Hargate, allowing him to actually pick shit up.
Woo!
So Hargate is very happy about this. You then travelled back through some of the underground tunnels that you'd been exploring and found an armory of the drow, which has more weapons in it than you could carry in your bag of holding. And then you went through another door to find a hospital with 6 very wounded drow and 3 drow priestesses, one of who was the great niece of the Auvryndar household, head of the Auvryndar household, who begged you to not slaughter the hospital and its patients, which you agreed was not honourable or profitable.
We were being very patient with them.
And they offered that maybe it was time for them to see a new way of doing things. Maybe instead of continuing to follow Lolth, which had gone so well for them so far, it was time to start following Elestri, the goddess of redemption, and maybe they could come to the surface with you and not be put under the thumb to be dead. You agreed that this was a reasonable course of action, and while 2 of the attendees at the hospital used the magic to patch up the patients enough for transportation to the surface, the head of the hospital went deeper into the drow stronghold and found that there was another contingent of fighters that had not engaged in the initial brawl with yourselves. And being somewhat injured from an internal fight club, were also under the impression that maybe discretion was the better part of valor. And so 24 drow, along with the rest of you, returned to the surface via the teleportation mirror that you had found that allowed you to very quickly teleport back up to the first level of the dungeon. And from there, you made your way back to the well room where a bucket is lowered down. You place the money inside it and they hoist you all up onto the surface. And you all returned to your own beds for the night. Be that at the newly expanded Troll Skull Square, or the Petrus Pool House, or the Waxing Crescent, Hargate's Tower, or whatever Urenia's stronghold becomes called. And so it's time to continue, because I've got details from... We've done a little bit of work with each of you on what your strongholds are. Let's start with Thasiana.
All right. Kicking things off. Let's go.
So, Maddie, would you like to tell us a little bit about the Petrus Pool House?
Sure. So, from what I recall, I think you said I had 2 basic rooms.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I chose a kitchen and a bedroom.
You do indeed have those 2 things.
Because I was going to say, those seem like out of the options that were available for the basic rooms, I was like, okay, I need to eat and I need to sleep. Everything else, I'll figure it out, I guess. But as for the 4 like specialty rooms that I chose a garden, I chose a library, I chose an arcane study, and I chose a teleportation circle. And I've got a hireling for each one of those places.
Okay. Second, I need out.
The music stopped.
Why did Foundry?
I wondered that myself. I was waiting for the sound of you disappearing because your internet decided to not.
No, the server disappeared.
I like how the URL was like the normal URL, and then it was just /no. Just like no, you're not allowed here.
No.
Okay, let me log back in again. Anyway, continue with your description, Maddie.
Right. Okay. So there was things to choose for each, like one, like what they specialize in. Don't think I got to that point, but I can tell you about each of the hirelings because I spent a lot of time working on that yesterday. So for my garden hireling, we have Emmerich Goldbrow. He is a male dwarf. He is 200 years old. As his last name implies, he has like golden hair, golden beard, all that jazz. He's very kind, and he used to work in his family mines, but he always had a love for gardening. So then one day he left home. He like gained like work experience on like a couple of farms, this and that, and then ended up getting the position at like Thasiana's garden, where he like tends to like wildflowers and herbs for any kind of like spells or potions or remedies, what have you, that would be needed. So for the library, we have Jade Locke, of the Silent Coast clan. She's a female tabaxi, age 33. She's literally a black cat with like black fur, bright green eyes. But she has a white like patch specifically like around where her mouth is. So it kind of always looks like she's a little shocked. She's very intelligent. She's very stern. Like she can like, you know, have fun sometimes, but she's very much like a rule follower. She like read as many books as possible from like a very young age. She doesn't speak too much. She's a little bit more on the quiet side. And yeah, odds are your first interaction with her will be like her shushing you into.
Can I just ask a question? Because I feel like I got confused halfway through that description.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an awakened cat or a tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi. I'm pretty sure they can speak. I do not know if there was different.
Patch under the chin sounds like a cape zip or something. Gets the steel toes.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, I didn't do that. I was gonna say I didn't do that.
Highling have like actual gold hair accessories, or just magnificent blonde hair?
He has like luscious gold locks, a like huge gold beard, like, you know, like just imagine like Legolas but in dwarf form.
Okay, it's all natural hair, no accessories. Fabulous.
But yeah, so, and then for the arcane study, we've got Limtos Lumiprax, who is a male dragonborn, age 25. He's very like curious. He's very level-headed in a crisis. Obviously, he's very like magically inclined. His entire family was kind of like magically inclined. He actually was like one of the people who kind of helped Daciana kind of like hone some of her abilities. And he was the one who encouraged her to go into the Undermountain to like figure out the source of like her powers and stuff. So when she returns, he's going to be like, where have you been? You were supposed to be gone a week. What happened?
Yeah, he may not be feeling so great about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be fine. He'll be fine. And then for my teleportation circle hireling, we've got Zaza Lightbit. She's a female gnome. She's 123 years old. She's very hardworking, very intelligent, if not a little on the crazy side. She originally was working at pyrotechnics for many years, but then like she pivoted her like career path entirely when she like was like an intern or something at like, I don't know, like someone who had a teleportation circle, and then she became hyper fixated on that and wanted to pursue it full time. She found Daciana, and she's just constantly trying to think of more ways to improve it, make it more efficient. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, but you know, it's the effort and it's the thought that counts.
And so I can't remember exactly, where did we say yours is in the North Ward?
Yes, it's in the North Ward. I have to pull up the map again. But yeah, it was in like the North Ward. It was like a little patch. I remember it looked like a big piece of property, but then I was like, oh, it also could just be several apartments together. Who knows?
And so it's like the family's estate, and you've got like the little...
Yeah, I've got a as the name implies, I got a little pool house because you know, still living at home, still supporting the fam, you know.
You've got a bit of independence, but
yeah.
What precisely is a pool house? Because I was hearing the chatter about people's bastions, and I got confused between a pool house and a house where you play pool.
So in like
that would be a pool hall.
Yeah, pool hall would be like where you play like on the pool table, like the game, whereas a pool house is like usually like a small kind of like guest house, if you will, that is like typically situated in a yard right next to where like a swimming pool would be. And sometimes it's literally just like a small place where like you literally just like go in, like Like that's where like all the swim stuff is like kept, all that jazz.
Like a summer house, huh?
Yeah, kind of like a little mini like summer house, if you will, like a little mini summer cottage kind of vibe.
But also, the alliteration in the Petrus pool house was a lot of fun for mostly me, but also others.
No, I appreciate the alliteration as well.
Alliteration is always encouraged.
So yeah, it's a little side property on the main estate.
Yeah.
So that's in the North Ward. Back over at Troll Skull. Actually, no, let's go down the list of the people that we know who have named people. Where's my list gone? Now, I have the names for, before we get to the long list, I have the names for Hargate's Wizard's Tower people. I don't have their backstories or details, so we'll just go down a list of names. Hargate has taken a bedroom and a courtyard as his basic facilities. And he has a teleportation circle, an arcane study, a storehouse, and a library. The teleportation circle is being run by Zap the Gnome. The arcane study...
friends with the other teleportation gnome.
Yeah. If they weren't before, maybe they will be now. They'll be able to pop back and forth between each other's circles.
Could be neighbours.
Kane, the human, is the arcane study. Rug, the half-orc, runs the storehouse. And Roth, the wood elf, runs the library. And Bassiana and Hargate will, at some point in the week or so that they are on the surface, share the teleportation circle addresses with each other. So there's a specific pattern of runes or teleportation circle that allows you to safely teleport to a fixed teleportation circle. And so you share that pattern with each other and are now able to ping back and forth between each other's circles.
Nice.
I have also looked it up. Teleportation circle is a 5th level spell.
Oh, okay.
Which I think you've got a 5th level spell slot?
I do have a 5th level spell slot, and the 2 5th level spells that I know I have off the top of my head are Greater Healing Word, I believe, and then, or Greater Healing Hands. It's Greater Healing something, and then Bigby's Hands. If one of those has to go, yeah, sorry, Bigby's Hand is gonna like just go bye-bye.
It's goodbye.
Yeah, we can look into that, or it might just be that when you level up, you'll get another spell.
That also could be cool. I'm up to options.
Nestled on the outskirts of Waterdeep is sort of a loose mix of Ents and temporary setup buildings. Things that are very easy to quickly throw together when you get to them. Possibly some caravans and similar accoutrement for people that are regularly on the road but sometimes settle down in a place for a few days or a few weeks or even sometimes a few months. Nadira, would you like to explain a little bit about the people at the Waxing Crescent?
Yeah, so like the simplest situation is the greenhouse. The greenhouse is tended by so like a I want to say muscly half-orc woman named Ula. A very strong, yeah, a strong but gentle type.
Okay.
in the training area, so like it's one of, because these rooms get busy. Currently,
Stanza managed to pick 12 hirelings.
I wasn't sure if you were going to say something else there. But yeah, it's like in the training area, current chief trainer is a tiefling named Poise, they, them. And I love how tiefling names can just give you the vibe. Like one of the training partners, Dagal, a dwarvish man, so has a magnificent mustache and is a former sea captain. And has a habit of trying to see if he can catch Poise off guard during training, but he's an honorable man and wouldn't stoop to doing something like that whilst Poise was unwell or something. There is also a Arakokra among the training crew. We also have shipping in my notes. She has budding affections for Ula, the greenhouse keeper. Generally approaches martial arts as mindful and grounding, and enjoys the company of martial artists. Takoi kind of ended up in the area by accident initially, but she's settling here for now and regularly writes letters back home. There's also a wood elf who supports the organizer, the performance organizer tied to the theater, and it was actually his suggestion that Valance and Takoe help with cooking food during performances, since there's a pretty roomy kitchen, among these tents. Valance is pretty knowledgeable on martial history, but in actual practical skill and in teaching skill, not quite as well-rounded and adroit as Poise. But pretty perceptive when it comes to internal or external trouble. There's also the workshop crew. People following along may understand why I have so many hirelings. The newest hireling is one of the drow we just helped out, Kezimuth, who is skilled at weaving and leatherworking. Recently departed Undermountain in the care of the new head of House Auvryndar. There's also a rock gnome, not minding a teleportation in this case, but skilled in carpentry and tinkering, who makes equipment that is used by the theatre in performances.
Maybe she'll become friends with the other two. But
why not?
Won't be teleporting there.
Stretch your legs, get some air. There's also Essek the human, who is a woodcarver and painter. Around the theatre is known for doing set painting, and can occasionally bicker with stagehand Stalwart about set design, and has previous experience with painting forgeries. Halovi, female human, is the performance organizer in the big theatre bit, which is the part of which someone coming to the waxing crescent is most likely to find. And Talovi just makes sure everything's scheduled and runs on time, and I haven't exactly put up thoughts about where most of the hirelings are from, other than obvious drow and a couple of of Nadira's siblings, but Talovi is explicitly a local Wardavian. Speaking of Nadira's siblings, they are the two performers I have noted here. Performers then. Benthis de Ames is elder sister and affectionate rival to Nadira, and is the skills of a blade singer. both Nadira and Benthis sort of like approach magic as sort of like, okay, what can we use this to do to make a really interesting show? Like, as their priority. So like in Benthis's case, it's more sort of like a more bigger spells. Like one example that's like that the siblings might talk about is the Shrunk Show. So like the teeny, so like the tent and all attendees were shrunk. This can be found either is often rehearses or studies spell applications in the workshop, and is good friends with pulling up the names. Oh yeah, Twilu, the rock gnome, who works in the workshop. Some reason Hayes, Daemer's they younger sibling, is the one where I have the most people aren't the biggest fan of this one notes for. It's like, Daggle isn't a fan, Phalanx is chilly towards Hayes, though Hayes does genuinely seem interested in befriending or romantically engaging the wood elf, so...
We'll see how that goes.
Hayes tends to have an ear to rumors going around town, and enjoys gossiping with the hirelings of other bastions. Like, were they an adventurer, Hayes would probably be a rogue. So and of the Daemer's, these three Daemer's siblings tends to acclimatize to new places and new equipment the quickest. And can be a little bit of disagreement in the family about how exactly to balance sort of like this Nadira's spooky aesthetic with sort of like cheerier, sort of like light in the darkness kind of shows. And Hayes is explicitly sort of like an advocate of sort of like cheerier shows. Needle of balance, ever it wibbles. And then there's Stalwart, the stagehand, dwarf. Very private individual, such that the pronoun notes are any. Unclear if Stalwart is a clan name, a nickname, or something else, but most people who meet Stalwart, it's the name that they will know them by. Stalwart is unlikely to talk about it, but they're a former shipmate of Dagal. Stalwart seems to prefer shore to sea at this point in life. And that is my list of hirelings.
And that's all of the new NPCs that Nadira has brought to the team. Now, over at Troll Skull, there's been a little bit of redecorating, a little bit of expansion. We're going to say that in the time since you last returned to the surface, and now that you've been sort of behind the scenes, it has been worked on that you've taken over a building or two next door to the original Troll Skull Manor. You've knocked a few walls through, and you've been setting things up for this. So as we return to Troll Skull, it's not a manor house anymore. It's not a single townhouse. It's actually now called Troll Skull Square.
Nice.
And Vasin and Nefira, would you like to decide amongst yourselves who would like to run us through their half of the bastion first?
Okay. I was going to say you want to roll previous this, but fine, I can go first. So over on the Nefira's side of Troll Skull Square now, there have been some improvements. There is now an official kitchen and dining room to keep with that old pub aesthetic that we used to have. Plenty of places for people to come and gather information and pass through and so forth. But there have been some new additions for the special facility. First of all, Nefira has actually put it in the garden because you always need fresh fruit and veg to feed your patrons with. No sense getting that stuff from out of town. Might as well get it from literally out of the ground. In addition to this, he's also got a greenhouse, which is currently set to generating herbs for healing potions. Because considering how often we got beat last time, we need healing potions.
Just a bit.
Yeah. And as a little bit of a side hustle, because Nefir is all about the side hustle, there is now a gaming hall located somewhere in the square. There's a bit of an income generator for when the pub doesn't quite match up. And some of the drow we have rescued have been recruited to man the barracks. Because need some bodies to keep things running.
And Vason.
And now I was about to say, question the gilded side of things.
And Vason.
Oh, okay. I thought of Fira was going to go through a list of people. So yeah, we managed to get a hold of some stuff across the street. I think largely probably Nefira's planning, because Vason is thoroughly oblivious of what is going to prompt having a bastion. In that, a bunch of people have turned up, told him he's in charge of them, and they need a place to stay. So he has hastily scrambled in this new little space. A bedroom and a parlor, but also some space for a barracks, a smithy, a trophy room, and a sanctuary to house and work some runaways from the temple, including Akon, sort of blue-grey dragonborn, McCreagy, a greeny coppery runaway who's going to look after the sanctuary, Aikner, a black and red dragonborn smith, Gilzedi, a silver topaz apprentice smith, and Talgra Yamreed, who is shockingly a blue pureblood runaway, so a chromatic dragonborn, who has sort of made themselves captain, because they essentially all kind of just ran away since some drama happened.
Drama did happen that time that we.
There's been drama since.
The drama
Continued
has been
drama.
So yeah, Smitty, there is still one bit that we need to go through for your side of the bastion, which is you've also got hirelings.
Yeah.
And I don't know
that is a thing.
I don't know if you want to come up with names now or if you want to have some time to think about it off stream.
Question.
One of the hirelings a ghost. Or the ghost.
Oh yeah, true. We can't forget the ghost.
I mean, this is true. There was a ghost. The ghost will still be somewhere.
The ghost is now haunting the entire place and causing problems.
So the garden has one hireling. The greenhouse has one hireling. The barracks has one hireling, but there are 12 beds that you can fill up with up to 12 defenders. And the gaming hall has 4 hireling.
Okay. Well, I'll get back to you on that one because I'm curious about ratio of the drow.
At the moment, one of the 24 drow has gone to Nadira's place and is now enjoying a new life as a leather worker and weaver. Skills that they did have before but weren't making use of because they were forced into being a fighting person. Now, as I've said to everybody, I'm going to reiterate it on stream and also from the rule book, it is assumed that each of the special facilities generates enough income to pay the salary of the hireling.
Hey.
So everybody is being paid to be there. It's not that it comes out of your pocket. It's not that you need to come up with that money. The barracks, the gaming hall, the greenhouse, the garden, all of these buildings generate sort of a passive income that pays for the people that work at it. And then with, for instance, the gaming hall, which is a money generating facility, the money that it generates is on top of the money it takes to have 4 people working there.
This is going to confuse my runaways so much.
What, actual income and
more than room and board and casual abuse.
Yay! So, scrolling down in the rule, on a bastion turn, a character who is in their bastion can issue special orders to one or more of the bastion's special facilities. You don't need to order every facility to do something. But you can issue a command to one of the facilities. You can issue a command to multiple facilities. The only one that is a bit different is the maintain order, which is issued to the entire bastion instead of one facility. If you aren't at the bastion and have no way of communicating with the bastion, the bastion will perform a maintain order for that turn, which is effectively a look after the place. They keep it clean, they keep it running, but nothing special gets generated. If you issue a maintain order, it at the end of that bastion turn, I get to roll on the bastion events table, find an event that occurred at your bastion in that week-long period. The events are anything from all is well, nothing happened, to your bastion comes under attack, to you have a visitor coming that is maybe like a local noble or a friendly monster comes to visit. Maybe one of your hirelings disappears for the turn. For some reason. Maybe you accidentally acquire a magic item or a art piece, either through inheritance or a gift from a traveler, or you know, possibly in the case of some people, it might have been you find an old hidden passage that has a safe in it. But anyway, let us go down that list again from the top. And let's start with Maddie.
Alrighty.
As you are in the Petrus Pool house at the start of this bastion turn, a bastion turn lasts for about a week, 7 to 10 days. 10 days being a standard week in Faerun.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Would you like to spend a special action in any of your facilities?
That was a good question. I need to remember what the special actions in each facility are. I believe I took screenshots of them. Stand by. I guess that one's 14 days, so that would be too long. Okay, I could do something with the arcane study.
I'll just say, John, I sent you the names of all the hirelings.
Cool.
Okay, so can I only do one special action? Or...
no, you can issue a special action of the facilities. Each facility can only do one.
Gotcha. Okay. So... Well, for the arcane study, we've got a couple things that they could do. For the arcane study, I would love it if they could craft an arcane focus.
Okay.
Because that takes 7 days and is no cost to me. Or them, which is cool. And then as for...
Limtos gets to work on that.
Mm-hmm. And then for the library, I would get Jade to do a bit of research for topical lore.
What specifically would you like them to research?
Yeah. So I'm looking, so it can be a legend, a known event or location, person of significance, type of creature information. I just thought of something. I don't know if this would be possible. Because I don't know, like, how well known it would be. Could they, in theory, research the Undermountain? To see if there's, like, any way we could kind of, like know of, like, any other, like, risks we might encounter down there so we can adequately prepare?
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with.
Yeah, I doubt it's not going to be a lot, but I mean, any kind of information that we could find could be helpful. And then I think it'd be those two that I would do, because I don't think there's anything else I can do with the other, like the teleportation circle or the garden that would specifically, like, take.
So the teleportation circle you could recruit and try to recruit a spellcaster.
I suppose I'd give that a shot. Because obviously I can't be there at all times.
They will stay. So if you recruit a spellcaster, they will stay at your facility for 14 days.
Okay.
But the initial sort of outlay of this, the initial week-long thing, is for Dassa to sort of put the word out that you are looking for somebody to come and do spellcasting.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'd get Dazza on that.
Stay there for a few weeks, or until they cast a spell for you.
That would be lovely. I'll get Zaza to put up some health wanted signs.
Yep. So
just imagining a help wanted sign in the astral sea, waiting for some spell to just bump into it.
Floating past, and like a fireball goes past and it materializes somewhere. The other thing to note for both Thasiana and Hargate is that just being in your bastion grants you a magical charm. The way that we were discussing with Basins earlier, I don't remember did you take the thing that gives you the magic charm? So you get a magical charm as well, Thasiana.
Let's go. Woo!
Just for sleeping at home, which is nice. They say there's no bed like your own. For 7 days after leaving your bastion, you have 1 free spell casting of Identify.
Nice.
Of Identify. Okay. All right. Cool.
So at one point within the first 7 days back in the Undermountain, both you and Hargate get 1 free casting of Identify that doesn't use up a spell slot and it doesn't use up material components.
Let's go. Love that.
Okay. Obviously, Hargate isn't here, so I can't ask him what he would like to activate with his peoples. So Nadira, is there any of your facilities you would like to trigger a special action in for this bastion turn?
Yeah, Nadira's gonna request Ula to gather the herbs needed to make a greater healing potion in the greenhouse.
Okay.
Nadira is also going to spend time training with poise to be able to use the rapier mastery. Happy to finally get a rapier back. And I've been checking all my stuff, and I realized that I think although I already have 2 attunement magic items, I'm thinking that maybe I'll swap out Ruby of the War Mage and give Kesima a job already, if you think this is right for making a cloak of protection.
So let me have a quick look at the...
I was like, can you attune to 3 items?
Can you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, well, on the way back to back to Waterdeep, Nadira has been examining this spider silk cloak that she looted. And so at some point it's goes to Kesima and it's like, how feasible do you think it would be to enchant this with protective qualities? That is where the idea starts.
They agree that seems a sensible idea and that they can get to work on it as long as you've got the right tools.
Well, we have a tinker and we've run leather working, so I figure that probably covers anything that
once
might be
you get
needed
back to the facility, they see that you do indeed have the right tool. It's also worth noting, apparently, that just having a workshop is enough to give you inspiration.
Except I'm a musician, so I give myself inspiration.
That is also fair.
Shall I deduct?
Only a musician could have an ego that large that they could inspire themselves.
Shall I deduct 200 gold for the cloak of protection project?
Yes.
Kill. Just finally a use for this insane amount of gold.
I'll take some. If you got spare gold, I'll have it.
Well, now I have a use for it.
That's one of the nice things with bastions is somewhere to put that money you have. Over at Troll Skull, let's start. Nefira, I'm assuming we're going to get activation of the greenhouse and the gaming hall. But
dang right.
If you want to tell me no, you didn't want to do those things, that's also fine.
No, it's fine. We share a brain cell. Absolutely fine.
Cool. And then, Basin, which of your facilities, if any, would you like to activate?
So I feel like this might be slightly stretching what the trophy room is meant to do, but the trophy room has research law, and I have this book of Old Draconic that I cannot read.
Okay.
And I was figuring, well, why don't I leave that with them to see if they can make any translations on it?
Okay.
So that's one of the things I wanted to do. I am going to just be like, okay, you're here, fine. Go see if there's anyone in town that wants to join in, because you might as well. So, gonna do recruit bastion defenders.
Talbra heads out and you come fight with me. You maybe own her down.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't like the idea that she was always assumed that she would have to be like a chromatic. So I think she's sort of trying to break that habit of behavior. But she will almost certainly lean towards Dragonborn just because of her nature. Smithy, I will probably plop my javelin of lightning and just be like, can you make another one of these? At which point they go, yes. And you need to tell me how much money I have to pay.
I will work that out for you.
What rarity is it?
Uncommon.
Sounds like, well, if it's crafting a magic item that's uncommon is 200.
Yep, 200.
Oh, nice. Pretty sure I have 200 gold. Yes. I think.
I was gonna say we got a whole mountain of stuff to also sort out, I think.
Yes, I will sort out that 200 gold. And as you mentioned, once I've had a night's sleep in this hastily assembled sanctuary and building, it's dubious about whether or not all of the plaster has been applied to the walls yet.
Planning permission's been waived through, it's fine.
I get the ability to cast Healing Word.
It's all definitely up to code.
For free. What's for free? Whose code?
I don't know.
Is it up to Vason's code? That's what matters.
Actually, Vason,
there's no holes.
Looking at it, there is an additional cost to the 200 gold for you.
Oh?
5 silver pieces. Yeah, you need to buy a javelin to enchant.
Oh.
Sure.
Good thing I looted the Spire Silk Cloak.
I will take a note of 200 gold and 5 silver to deduct.
Okay, now let's go down and resolve the action. Then we can roleplay anything you wish to roleplay over the... Starting at the Petrus Pool House. Let's start with the teleportation circle.
Right.
Recruitment drive. To resolve this, it says roll a dice.
Oh, Rick, that's fun.
Roll a dice, any dice.
Roll a dice, any dice. Ooh, so I could roll a D100 if I wanted to.
Sure can. It's an odds or evens check.
So don't roll a D3.
Yeah.
Well, that's... I wish it was more than that, but okay. Fine. I'll still roll a D100.
Roll an even sided dice. D8. So that is an even number.
Mm-hmm.
Your invitation gets accepted.
Let's go.
And at the end of the week, a wizard of some description shimmers into the teleportation circle. They will stay for 14 days, and during this time, you can ask them to cast one wizard spell of level 4 or lower.
Ooh.
Um,
Interesting.
you can just leave them here and come back to them later, be like, that's it.
Okay. So I don't have to necessarily think of the spell in this moment.
Nope. They'll just stay
Thank
there,
God.
so you can, like, we can go back into the dungeon, and then as long as you let them know within 14 days what spell you want them to cast, they'll still be there.
Okay, perfect.
The only thing that I will point out is it does say they won't defend your bastion if it gets attacked. And
That's valid.
if your bastion does get attacked, they just leave. They go
Take the pull
away.
and peace out.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly cannot even blame them for that. I mean, here's the thing. Out of getting messed with, like, I feel like they'd attack the main property first. Like, why go for the pool house first? That's what I'm banking on here. But I mean, you know, I guess some people have weird motivations. But all right, cool, good to know.
That sounds like that when you get attacked, it is also because your family house is getting attacked at the same time.
I'm assuming it's more because there's like the arcane study and all of this other stuff in the pool house. Like it's not necessarily.
I mean, valid. I also don't advertise that super widely. I say as I just put out a job notice for a silicon.
Also can spread.
Yeah, word travels fast in a. Well, actually, Waterdeep is massive. What am I saying? I was going to say a small town.
It's one of the most bustling cities on the continent.
Oh, God almighty. Okay, yeah, so good to know. All right, I will try to think of a spell that I would like this wizard to cast, and I will do my best not to, you know, be that asshole who, like, contacts him on the last day and is like, hey, I got a spell for you to cast.
It does also point out that if there are any material components that cost money, you're paying for them. He or she has the spell prepared.
But I gotta, like, compensate them for whatever they cost.
You gotta pay them back for any material component cost.
That's valid. You know what? I'm an honest person. I will not try to stiff them. I will make sure to make a note of that.
You find out a couple of things about Undermountain.
Do tell. I've got my notes up and ready to go.
Your librarian has been at work and has found that there are a number of alterations to how certain magic spells.
Interesting.
The first is no spell short of wish can be used to enter or exit Undermountain.
Okay.
Teleportation circles.
So the teleportation circles work great as long as you're not in Undermountain.
So I can teleport to Under.
What was the shortcut we used out?
I can't remember.
That was a portal within Undermountain itself.
Of course. So like you can boop around the dungeon itself, but to get out you gotta walk.
Yeah.
So I could teleport into Undermountain, but I can't then suddenly be like, hey, bring me back to my teleportation circle. I'd have to walk. Fair enough.
You can't enter or exit Undermountain by teleportation. You can teleport to the Yawning Portal and drop down in the...
okay.
And then once you get back to the Yawning Portal or some other way out of Undermountain,
okay, all right.
you can teleport back home again rather than walking.
All right, good to know.
You find out that some magic is magic that would destroy or alter the shape of the ceilings, pillars, columns, walls, and floors of Undermountain don't work. So, for example,
close.
earthquake will not cause the ceiling to collapse, will not cause the walls to collapse. Quite heavily damaged doors in the area.
I like how the one exception is doors. Everything else, won't have a scratch. But the doors,
Alistair respects the adventurer's need to kick down doors.
Yes.
Love that.
Also appreciate that we can't accidentally crush ourselves to death.
That actually is, honestly to God, that is actually so comforting. I mean, unless, God forbid, one of us is standing right next to the door as it falls over. Then that's a different story. But
you just get
we'll try not to do that.
Shard of door hit you in the head.
Ow.
The other magic... The other magic that you learn is altered, is a peculiar one.
Okay.
Within Undermountain, the sending spell has been altered.
Ooh, that does not sound good.
Such that if you attempt to cast it to send a message to Alistair himself, it doesn't go through.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Alistair has blocked your number.
If you...
Rude.
Your librarian has learned that people that have tried to cast the sending spell and reach Alistair instead sometimes get the response always seems to be the same creature that responds. Sort of high-pitched, screechy, guttural creature that is answering. Sometimes it's a string of expletives.
Angriest answering machine.
At other times, it's just a random sentence in Undercommon. Always in Undercommon.
I'm glad I took it.
Interesting. Okay.
That don't make sense. Which I suppose in some ways makes perfect sense for the Mad Mage.
Yeah, because see, you said that, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, maybe some of these words actually have meaning, so hopefully we get him saying it in Undercommon, and then you said that it's just a bunch of random string of words. Honest to God, he probably was...
You.
He probably got prank called so many times that he was just like, you know what?
I'm disconnecting.
They messed with me. I'm gonna mess with them back.
It must be exhausting getting called by adventurers all the time.
He just got too many telemarketers coming through, and he's just like, that's it.
Would you
Drastic
the other
measures
big
now.
dungeon owners is like Tomb of Annihilation, Mr. Tomb of Annihilation have in response to sending?
A Syriac, yeah. He's probably disconnected as well. What form would you like the arcane focus to?
What are the types of forms it could take?
It could be a crystal, an orb, a rod, a staff, or a wand.
Ooh. You see, I was about to say you had me at crystal, but a staff and a wand. Oh, those are also very tempting options.
A crystal in a staff or a wand.
I mean, in her little thing, she's holding a crystal already. I think she also has a staff. So... the logical answer here would be wand. Having a wand would be pretty badass.
Like circling between various arcane focuses, depending on what you feel like that day.
Mm-hmm. I'll just like keep it in my boot, like that way so no one can. Oh, yeah, exactly. I'll just like strap it to my leg. There we go.
We cast with crystals on Wednesdays.
Okay. Nadira, You wanted to have the workshop work on the magic item. Which, if I'm reading this correctly, they can get that done within about 5 days.
Oh, I read it as 10 days, but I'll take either. My understanding was we have 2 weeks before we go back in.
They can assist each other, I believe.
Ah.
So they can speed up the process.
Nice.
So it becomes a bit quicker. So you have the magic item, and you can now attune to it. Can you remind me, sorry, what else was it you were looking to do?
I was gonna get a greater healing potion from the greenhouse and train to be able to use the rapier mastery skill thingamabob in the training area.
These things all occur because none of them are none of them have a cost or a possibility of failure. They just happen. So you become a master of using the rapier. And you have a greater healing potion to make a note of. Basin.
Yes.
Now we will start with the barracks. Each time you issue the recruit order, up to 4 bastion defenders are recruited. I guess the answer to that is roll me a d4.
Okay, I will roll that in Foundry, not in D&D Beyond, like a sensible person. That's a 4.
That is a 4.
That's the best number you could have got. Unless the highest number is the bad number.
You recruit...
Which wouldn't that just be terrible?
You recruit 4 bastion defenders. So Talgra, over the course of the week, goes out and finds, probably at least at the start of the week, mostly dragonborn from around the city.
I like to think a non-dragonborn has followed her.
Oh.
And so
Kobold.
possibly...
I wasn't thinking of a kobold, but that would be adorable.
So let's say you get two dragonborn, a kobold, and another non-dragonborn comes back to the stronghold and start training at the barracks. So you've got 4 defenders to make note of, who will protect the bastion should it come under attack, which is it is a very rare thing. I should point out, it's a very rare thing that the bastions will get attacked. I'll say it.
Now that
I've said it.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's gonna almost certainly happen.
It'll happen to all of us. We'll just immediately go back into the Undermountain. Literally, we'll go back into the Undermountain, and then suddenly it's just like we all get calls. It's just like, we're under attack! We just left!
Yeah, can at some point someone advise me on how to find items from the directory or whatever to add to?
Oh, just put it on your character sheet on D&D Beyond, and I can pop it into the...
Oh, D&D Beyond.
So you are also researching the book.
Yes.
And it says that you obtained 3 accurate pieces of information about the topic you were previously unknown to you.
Ooh. I learned about the old draconic book.
So my question to you is, what what pieces of draconic lore do you think Vasin would be particularly interested in knowing that he doesn't know?
I think one would probably be any adherents who had actually manifested way back when,
Okay.
or like anything like that would certainly be the first thing. Secondly, I had a whole thing. It was in my head, and it just fell out. Ask the question again. See if it reboots me.
So, one thing is that you want adherents that have manifested draconic abilities. Technically, there are
essentially anyone who's become a dragon
right
through the process that we sort of talk about, or anything like that in the book. Two. Let's go with. I mean, largely. Oh my god. Can you come back to me? My brain is completely fallen out of my head.
And can you remind me, was there anything else you were doing in any of the other rooms?
Yeah, so I was doing something in every room. So recruit, we've already done that. Research law in the book, we were just doing that.
The
Sanctuary
smithy
charm happens automatically, and Smithy was making the javelin.
So they successfully make the javelin.
Fantastic. I've already deducted gold. I shall sort that out now.
Nefira.
There we go.
Yes.
Well, let's start with the gaming. Well, the greenhouse just happens. You gain a greater healing potion.
Oh yeah.
With the gaming hall, roll me a D100.
Can do. Let's hope for big monies.
Oh boy.
I'll take that.
That's pretty big monies. Roll me 4d6.
Can do. 46. Meh.
So you get 100 gold at the end of the week. You're up 100 gold.
Lovely job.
The gambling evidently is going well for the house.
The shadows may or may not be influencing things.
And was there anything else you were doing at your bastion?
Well, the garden rather. We can. How often does that give the rash? Is that every time I swing by? Miles takes 7 days.
While in your bastion, you can change to a different type of garden, but that takes 21 days.
Yeah, no, let's leave it on the food for now for the 100 days worth of rations.
Yeah, you can just issue the harvest order, and they'll pick whatever's there.
I remember the name I gave now. Erendus, what have we got in the garden, buddy?
I'm just double check. That is a drow, isn't it?
Yes. A drow male.
I mean, it's almost certainly mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms.
So there's a spread of delicious mushrooms of various colours and cap sizes.
Ooh. Yeah, these are the good ones, right? These aren't the ones that are going to make you see weird colours or anything.
These are the tasty ones.
Just gotta make sure I'm trying not to kill me comrades.
I could grow the nasty one, but that would take some time to.
Later.
Okay.
We'll expand. We're going to expand the garden soon, so don't worry.
Okay.
Don't say anything too loudly. The Dragonborn have sharp hearing.
Be quiet.
What was that?
Nothing. Enjoy your shiny new javelin.
It crackles and everything. It's great.
I think Vason is just wandering past the garden. Look. Vason, has your brain fallen back in again?
Yes. So the first one was essentially anything on like previous individuals who've become dragons, anything on older Zorquan worship, so not necessarily just our stuff, but worship of the dragon god Zorquan in general. And where is he?
Okay. They find that there is some evidence in the book of beings who have elevated to draconic status. But it's difficult to tell how they achieve from them.
Cool. Still, if there's a name or two, that's something to look at another time. Which is entirely an excuse for you not need me to give a name now.
There is evidence in the book that talks about Zorquan settling somewhere in the material plane.
Ooh.
But no details on how to get to where he settled.
That's fine with me. I feel slightly cruel just going like, hey, give me information on this niche character in the lore.
There's very little evidence that anyone other than dragons ever worshipped Zorquan.
Okay.
And very little evidence that Zorquan ever paid attention to anyone who wasn't a dragon. Unless they were doing something that greatly affected dragonkind. But mostly when it talks about dragonkind, it means as a race rather than an individual. He didn't necessarily care for heroes that slayed chromatic dragons, But as long as they weren't going around and genocidally wiping out all of dragonkind, he didn't pay too much attention.
Interesting.
And so now that we've settled the bastion's side of the week, is there any role-playing conversation all of you wish to have with each other as you prepare to take the next steps?
Nefira has only one question. Considering the Dragonborn across the way now has like a holy temple, what has happened to the ghost? It's like a perfectly like swept half of the square, but he can't do the other half because the sanctuary's stopping it from getting closer.
I think it's
not
more...
It's not that type of religion.
It would also be more the case that he can only haunt where the original troll skull was.
Oh, that's wild. He's stuck to the original place. Can't roam. Oh,
Oh no, it'd be worse if we built the square around the original foundations of Troll Skull.
oh my god.
Just sort of floats around in the middle of the square, just going, I have nothing to play with. Just throwing flagstones because it's bored.
You know, I haven't seen the ghost for ages. I could have sworn we didn't get rid of it. We didn't exercise it.
There is like perfectly nice and clean spaces. It just has very sudden lines when it gets to the edge of the original Troll Skull Manor.
Oh my god.
As like you get like that. It's not like perfectly straight. It's like the brush can pass, but the ghost cannot. So there's like brushes out from where it can get to, but it doesn't necessarily fully brush the space.
Oh, I was fully imagining like when we had those droughts some years ago, and like people were doing archaeology just by what's visible in the dried earth.
And yes, I have fixed that on the.
Yay!
Jason, do you have any questions for anyone else? Anything you want to talk about, or one-on-one, or more than one-on-one situation?
I think because we've got sort of two people who've just kind of joined us on the way down this time, since we met our lovely wizard friend. I think he will like gather everyone together to actually like make sure everyone's on board with like the stuff we're doing.
Okay.
I know out above the table, obviously we are all in, but it's like
in character.
Half the party hasn't actually spoken about it, isn't aware of stuff.
I think after a day or two on the surface, you'd all probably get together at the new Troll Skull Square. Oddly, like, perfectly cleaned lines. Question why somebody didn't go up to the corners of stone. Not knowing the ghost. And yes, roleplay amongst yourselves.
Nefira, does the ghost still take orders for drinks?
I mean, you can try asking him, but
I'm sorry, there's a ghost?
yeah.
Well, I know I knew the ghost's name at one point, but I've forgotten. I think it starts with an L.
I believe it's Liv.
Lift, that was it.
Liv, can we get 4 meads? Meads, or you 2 more wine? As he points at Nadira and Tatiana.
I can do mead. I'm not picky.
4 meads and 1 with extra spice, please.
You all see a tray picks itself up and floats off into the kitchen space.
Okay, that's cool.
And the good thing is, I don't have to worry about telling him the floor's not finished.
Floor's what now?
It's not finished.
Ah.
Like, so some of the tiles aren't quite down yet.
It's really convenient, actually, because if you get up in the middle of the night, Lift's normally so bored that you can just ask anything and it'll get done. Just because, I mean, the alternative is just floating in the space. At some point, we really need to find out a way for them to talk.
We did get a chalkboard from him at one point.
Surely there must be a spell for that. I don't know what it is, but surely there must be.
The tray floats back into the room with 4 mugs of mead, places itself on the table. And
What
then
happened with the chalkboard idea?
shuffles it round so that one of them is facing him.
Thank you very much. Face just knocks half it back straight away.
Don't know how you can do that and not hit the floor.
Oh, it's an athlete's constitution. If you're going to be doing glorious deeds, you need to be able to get gloriously drunk afterwards. Speaking of glorious deeds, right, so we didn't really have all that much time to talk in the tent the other day. But, Nefira, what's the list of things we've got to do? All I can think of is slay a big dragon and deal with a mage.
Two very
hang
different
on.
things.
Hang on, Nivira starts patting his pockets. I've got a note in here somewhere.
This is why they work well together. One of them is very organized.
One has the answers.
Would you like me to tell you what the things you've got to do?
I have found the quest log. I don't know how up to date it is.
It is up to date at the moment.
Fantastic. So we need to go back and find Jarroth Brighthelm. We've got a gemstone to get back to him. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, but Priest of Joaquin, God of Trade. Yeah, they were looking for the shiny thing. I think he's over at the Yawning Portal. Apparently we have a dragon to go and save.
To save?
Save or to slay?
I put save, but slay seems to have been rubbed out at some point. If it says as he holds up to the light. So it's debatable. Apparently we've got Umbraxalar.
The specific note says, find Umbraxacar and free it from Shah's corruption by whatever mean.
Yeah, that's why. Save, slay, no, save.
Hargate's patron set us on that path. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and then the last thing is we've got a telepathic incursion to find the source of.
Oh yeah, that!
Oh, don't we have that gem we found to return?
Yeah, that's the
What's the
eye
gem
of the
with bright
spider.
helm, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm adding to my notes.
Where do they live?
Well, where did you meet them?
He came in some time ago and hired me for the gig. Might have been the rest of us, I can't remember.
He
I don't
approached
either.
you specifically.
Thank you, mysterious voice guy.
Oh, you hear him too?
Horrible. It's a horrible thing. But yeah.
Nefarious, divine soul sorcerer in denial.
Okay, but warlock with a
Why
patron
not?
doesn't necessarily mean we can't have the same thing. Different deals.
One of us. One of us.
You're already a charisma caster. You're halfway there.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
But
to
yeah,
be honest, we are all charisma-based characters right now.
I think we
We are the most charismatic party.
We have no face, we have many faces.
Full face, full fabulous.
Whoops, all bards.
Oh, don't. I have a fun story for later off stream. Anyway, back to the table level. The Fear Within pulls out a gemstone that looks like a spherical emerald. It's like, do you want me to drop this back off to him at some point? But I'm really tempted not to.
Well, did he say it was
I'm
important?
listening.
Was there any sense of urgency with it? Was it magic?
I don't think I ever got it checked to see if it's magical.
Table talk, Thassiana can check for free right now.
I technically can.
I mean, wouldn't be. I mean, surely it would be nice for him to have him as a friend.
It would,
Right
but
on.
but money would be nicer. I have a garden I need to expand. I have plans. I have lots of property and room to do things.
I have much more important things to be dealing with than the friendship of a random.
A random noble.
Actually, just really quick, I'm just gonna check.
What can this noble potentially do for us in exchange for this emerald?
I know he's just a Lord of Waterdeep. He's someone with a stick shoved so far up his back, he's a puppet.
So he's basically the mayor of the city.
Close enough,
I
yeah.
think he's, according to the quest log, he is a member of the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah.
Ah, but that is
That's
broader
where you
than
were a
Waterdeep.
friend.
Okay, I can see. On the one hand, delightful emerald, but on the other hand, it sounds like this is effectively our landlord.
Hmm.
Oh, when you put it like that.
Don't like the taste of this in my mouth.
How do we know that this? Well, I mean, I suppose once again we'd have to detect magic on it to see if it's good or bad, if you will. Because if it's bad, I'm not sure I want to hold on to it. But then again, I also wouldn't want it to potentially fall into his hands. Do you know much about his character? Is he an upstanding citizen, or is he a little bit shifty?
He's a noble, so as far as I'm concerned, he's shifty as anything.
Yeah, nobles aren't very well known to be not shifty.
You would know that the Lord's Alliance is a very well looked upon faction.
But by the standards of nobles, he's a decent sort.
All right, well, I can try and figure out see if it's magic or if it's just a random emerald. And also looking at my sheet, I do actually apparently have detect magic, which is cool. But it's first level spell. They don't really want to waste it, so maybe.
Detective.
Don't stress too much over it. Like I said, I'm torn more for money than for political gain.
I mean, that's fair. But if we find out that it's magical in any way, someone might be willing to pay a pretty penny for it.
Would Nefira have shared, like, the basic details of this quest? Like, where this gem came from?
Probably. If it's in the quest log, I probably did.
Yeah. I mean, shouldn't it go back to the Mirabans? Mirror Barons? Is that how you say their name? Probably.
I would think so.
I hate your good-natured soul.
Well, can't you just rebel for once?
I'm pretty sure that's how his journey started, table talk.
just a moment, and Vasen's entire body language freezes for a moment. Look, you don't get glory and people talking about your good deeds if you don't actually do the good deeds.
True.
Yeah, he raises a good point.
Now, if you want to steal something from someone bad and never give it to them, also happy to do that, because that is also glorious.
Or it's theft.
So basically, we need to find out the intent of the person who we're returning it to, and the nature of this emerald itself to see if it is a good magical item, a bad magical item, or if it's just a random emerald.
I mean, that makes it sound like you two are in for, like, diving into the dungeon more and hunting down a big old shadow dragon and fighting a wizard.
That sounds daring fun.
We have had a lot of, fighting. This one seems a little bit more chill. Maybe we want this as, like, a palate cleanser, if you will, before we go fight the dragon, or save the dragon and fight the wizard. Which seems backwards, but semantics.
But both.
I'll remind you also that there is the telepathic spy.
Oh yeah.
Telepathic spy.
Yeah, Donna believes there's a telepathic threat to Waterdeep after word of similar dreams have been spoken about at length down at the Yawning Portal. And I think everyone's just been having too much of... I've forgotten the innkeeper's name now at the Yawning Portal.
Dernan.
It is Dernan. Yeah. Just how much I've been paying attention to D&D lore. Anyways, everyone's having too much of Dernan's special. Man puts way too many special herbs and spices in there.
I don't complain too much. Half the reason that we were able to renovate was because of the gambling wins.
The appearance gives you a side eye. Yes, winning.
Coming up to the surface as a bet counts as winning.
Oh, you meant those winning.
First, it's like, right.
Vason's entire face just sort of scrunches as his eye ridges narrow. I would like to just roll an insight on what Nefira's just said. I only have a +2 on it, but it's a 21.
Nefira, can you roll me either a deception... privately to me, roll either a deception or a persuasion based on how truthful you wish to be with Vason.
Give me a second. Good as my deception. So it's not bad. Right.
Don't let him know what you're rolling.
That's fine. I'm going to make sure that it is set to private GM roll, and then I'm going to click this button. And hope it doesn't come up.
It did not.
It just says rolled some dice with a bunch of question marks.
So,
I, however, can't see the result, and dear God.
On that roll, comparing that roll to Vason's wisdom check, insight check. Would you like to tell Vason what he can discern about Nefira and what he just said?
Those winnings. With the winnings being in massive air quotes. You discern that Nefira might have been skewing the odds on his little gambling side hustle.
Oh.
Did you at least adjust the board for everyone?
Everybody was playing on the same table.
That's fine by me. What? If the odds are higher, more glory.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
That the paladin just let me get away with cheating.
You're lucky, I guess.
As long as it is glorious cheating, then it is okay.
Well, I'm just going to quickly double check what my oath says about cheating.
Instantly oathbreaker.
Oath.
Actions over words. Challenges are but tests. Hone the body. Discipline the soul. Nothing about the truth.
Could do what you want.
Unnecessarily.
As long as you just work hard at being cool.
It's not quite that simple, but yes. It is quite literally action movie motivation, the order.
Still Dragonborn, don't look at explosions.
They cause them.
Oh, all right. So let's go give this emerald back then. Let's go give the eye of the spider back to a whole bunch of dwarves.
Ooh, that's a fancy name, the Eye of the Spider.
I wonder if that means that we might be able to convince a few of them to come down to that floor with us. Oh wait, no. What was the culture of dwarves that we actually keep finding things for? Is it the Miraban?
No, the Melia, a long wiped out band of dwarves, long extinct. The Mirabarians Mirabar is a town slightly north of Waterdeep and the Swords Coast.
Ooh, fancy.
Well, in which case, whilst we're sort of walking over, Vason will sort of just like elbow Nefira and be like, look at it this way. We get a bit of glory for doing something good for Lords of Waterdeep that make a bunch of dwarves in another town happy. That means some of the local dwarves will think that will be happier about us as people. We can leverage that to get some people to look after a few places in the dungeon for us. Wouldn't that make you happy?
It does, but I like instant gratification rather than trickle-down gratification.
You gotta learn to play the long
doing a
game.
reverse pickpocket and putting a flyer in the pocket of some of these dwarves.
Just sudden little scribbles of, want to make money, want to be brave, want to look cool, go live in the dungeon. Rebuild the ruins of a lost culture today.
And then just
troll skull.
And then just in the very tiny,
the best circus in this side of the multiverse.
literally, and in the tiniest of fine print that no one's able to read. Just, we are not responsible for any damage, death, or injuries that become from the Mad Mage himself.
Full adventure disclaimer.
It's like, you are not an employee. We have no responsibility for you. You are just doing a cool thing.
By signing this contract, you have waived all your rights. Good luck.
By reading this, you have signed this. You agree to this contract.
No takes backsies.
I did just go to read what was the... I couldn't remember what the disclaimer was on this adventure, and it was... disclaimer, the Mad Mage of Undermountain is not seeing visitors right now. Don't come down here because we're renovating and everything's a mess and you won't find any treasure and the buffet is closed until further notice. Ye gods, where did all these Githyanki come from? As if the mind flayers weren't bad enough. What's that? Think you can plunder my home and get away with it? Ha! You don't have the experience points.
Oh, okay, I see. The mage is throwing shade now. I see. All right. Bring it on. Please don't. We are probably too underleveled for that.
I'm just imagining, like,
we just don't take him on directly yet.
I'm just imagining Thassiana being like, let me at him, let me at him, let me at him, while someone's just holding them in place as their feet underneath.
Yeah, Mason and Fear just have to like hold her back, and then meanwhile the deer is just like egging her on, just like, yeah, get him.
Let's steal from his buffet.
Anyway, back in the room.
You managed to find Joreth Brighthelm. After checking around a few places, you managed to find him and can return the Eye of the Spider to him, which, as it turns out, is a non-magical emerald. And he thanks you, as it will greatly strengthen the political ties between Waterdeep and Mirabar. He offers you some renown within the Lord's Alliance. And as such, you can take the title, if you wish, of Red Knife.
A red knife.
What does red knife mean?
What deeds come with red knife?
I was going to say, what responsibilities come with this?
Red Knife is the second level, or the second rank within the Lord's Alliance.
Can you be tied to multiple factions, or?
You can be, as long as they're not actively opposing each other.
Okay.
It generally just means that people of a lower rank will look up to you and take on board things that you ask of them. Higher ranking members of the Lord's Alliance might ask you to do services on their behalf.
Assuming a title, a badge, and more glorious deeds in the future.
Indeed.
This sounds.
Downsides. More people to advertise to.
Mason's like, it's all wins. Mason's like, all wins over here.
And that also completes the Eye of the Spider side quest.
Let's go.
I'm going to write down that I'm a red knife.
I was going to say, the Vera will take the title and just be like, from mercenary to red knife. What has my life become?
I mean, you're still getting paid to do shit, right?
Some would argue you're maybe getting paid more to do this stuff.
You're certainly rubbing shoulders with people with more money to throw your way.
Yeah, I guess I'd take the title of Red Knife too. Why not? This won't come back and bite us in the ass in any way. Hopefully.
We're not going to suddenly gain renown with the faction I forget the name of.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I hear like the Circle of the Lords or the Alliance of the Lords or the insert shape here of the Lords, and I'm like, this sounds like a front.
The something people's front and the front of the something's people.
The Waterdeep People's Front? No, the People's Waterfront. The Waterdeep People.
Waterfront!
Waterfront of the deep.
People front water.
arrow there.
If there's anything that we can do for you, please, whilst we're in the dungeon, the captain of my new militia will quite happily take any mail.
Noted.
Cool, we have a post person.
Should anything come up, we'll know how to find you now. So much easier than having to wait to attend a gathering that you happen to be at.
Just waiting for a gala.
Are there any galas? Tourneys.
I believe the last time we were at, it was more of a celebration of returning to the surface.
Ignore the giant iguana. It just really wants to go down this whole noble thing.
But it took me a moment to realize what you meant by giant iguana.
Just
I just imagine
completely.
you're in front of a webcam, but there's a giant iguana just photobombing you.
So in my mind, I'm standing to Nefira's left, and just the mark on my right arm just crackles loudly, and you get suddenly your hair is now a bit more static. It's just got a painless shock.
Nothing too hard. I can't finish off my joke.
I love the aberrant dragon mark because it actively says that it does just involuntarily react to my emotions. It's great. Great for comedy bits.
Oh yeah, ignore the giant iguana. He just wants a fancy helmet and plumes on top.
I can see what I can organize for that.
Involuntarily large smile.
Oh, but yeah, if you have any other jobs or anything, I've forgotten the name of it now. Troll Skull Square has plenty of spare hands. So many hands. I need them kept busy.
Please take them off our hands. We're desperate.
I don't know. Yeah, I want them kept there.
Severed hands scuttling about in a mound.
But yeah, because we've recently gathered some drow from the Undermountain, so keeping them occupied might be a good thing.
It's okay. They don't worship Lolth anymore. We made sure of that before bringing them up. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, they now worship the goddess or god of redemption. Can't recall the name, but they wanna get a second chance in life.
Illustrate.
Thank you.
But we'll see you right. Right, what's next on the list? Nivea awkwardly leaves.
Immediately one less thing on the quest list.
Just takes a quill and just checks it off.
Correct. Yeah. Only 3 things left.
Am I the only one who remembers etiquette? And Vason does follows the etiquette of the temple and does a little bow and walks backwards before turning around to leave the room. not the etiquette of Waterdeep, the etiquette of his temple.
Of course.
Because he doesn't know better.
You do know that if you have any magic items that you wish to sell,
oh yes,
that you're not planning to use,
where is that
Obea
Uday gone?
Obea Uday is looking to procure them.
Where is the party inventory? We used to have one.
It's now a document on Google Docs.
I'm just going to assume it's pinned in the usual place. No.
Let me send you the link again.
Thank you, and I'll pin it.
I have also added the bastion. The bastion information is now in here as well.
Wow.
Pinned.
Nice.
Good idea. Because the Lord knows that document's gonna disappear if we don't pin it.
Yep. Oh God, I forgot how much stuff we're keeping in the bag.
Oh, I just opened it up. Oh dear, sweet God.
I hope no one was throwing that bag around.
Seems like we should sell some of this stuff or eat some of it. We've got the Umberhawk legs. Are those still good?
I would say probably not anymore.
Ah, okay, toss them.
I'm assuming, by the way, that you are keeping Nefira's breastplate covered and out of sunlight.
Yes.
Yeah, I doubt it leaves the bag. It's just like Vesa just going do. Huh. Oh wait, no, you're wearing a breastplate, aren't you?
Yes.
Nice, I can refresh myself on everyone's NPC highling notes.
Okay.
So looking at that, there is a potion of invisibility that you can sell. The wand of conducting you could sell.
So damn, 500 platinum.
The spooky candle you could sell. And the rod of rulership you could sell. The rest of those items are not magical.
Even the brass orb with strange runes on it?
Very top of the list, third down.
That's a lot of dwarven armor that just being lugged around in there.
We found an old armory when we found a dwarven museum. Oddly enough, I think if we do get dwarven volunteers, I might actually just be nice enough to be like, there you go. And we have the armory. We have the armory downstairs from that drow place to clear out.
They might like the dwarven king statue too.
Oh yeah, probably.
I forgot about that statue.
I love the phrase "formerly haunted armor."
It used to be like one of those like enchanted armors that would attack us, and then we beat the snot out of the armor. In this case, the ectoplasm.
Yeah.
Ah, that one, the alabaster statue. There, that makes sense.
What does this "not Sal" note mean? Did someone miss an E?
Which item?
Selection of pressed Trilomax parchments.
I'm trying to find that on this list.
Above the
there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, and the foggiest.
I'm gonna try highlight it and see if that helps.
Maybe not. Maybe that meant to be not sell.
Not sellable. I don't know.
Not salvageable?
I'd imagine not salvageable. There is no sal. Let's certainly offload all this stuff out of the bag and get at least a little bit of money back and divvy up the cash we got.
Oh yeah, there's the fist-sized emerald that used to grow. I nearly said little emerald. Fist-sized and not little.
That used to grow.
With a swamp map with ghostly scribbles.
So we were in the swamp a few levels up. In fact, it was the level that we found you, and we found a glowing thing in the water. And when we brought it out of the water, it stopped glowing.
Ah.
I can't
think we
find what the
checked it-
brass orb was.
Well,
That's awkward.
Maybe we'll have to think of something shiny between sessions. Oh, sad
think
tuba noise.
I think we checked that the emerald didn't glow when we put it back in water, so I think it is now just mundane.
It is now just a mundane.
Oh, is that Rod of Rulership a magic item?
It is.
What does
What
Rod
does
of
it do?
Rulership do?
1 second, let me look it up.
I was gonna say if any one of us could use it, then it might be useful. But if
Roll and command obedience from each creature of your choice that you see within 120 feet of yourself. Wisdom save will be charmed. Creature regards you as trusted leader. If harmed or asked to do something contrary, ceases to be charmed. Once per dawn. I assume it's specific to snakes or nagas.
Nope. They were using it to enslave Dwergar and
So essentially, it's just a rod that allows you, like, if you cast it and they fail a check, then you can have control over them.
Yeah, you charm them for a while.
they'll see you as a trusted ally. It doesn't let you control them. It lets you become a friend very quickly.
Okay.
It's what Hargate used against the demon.
All right, that was very useful.
It is also worth 500 platinum P.
Sick.
Oh,
I mean, I vote. I mean, if we're gonna go through the items, I vote we sell that one.
I mean, yeah, that's platinum. Like platinum's. Remind me, platinum's the highest
Yeah,
That's the
currency.
Yeah.
combination.
One platinum urn is worth 10 gold, so that's 5,000 gold pieces.
Only
Okay.
10?
Yeah, it's a decimal thing, with the exception of
I
electrum.
wasn't sure if it was 100 for some reason.
God, I wish it was 100.
Oh god, well then, yeah, it's the first thing we'd be selling if that were the case. But yeah, no, I feel like for that price, like, imagine what a lot of us could do with that many platinum pieces. So, I'm personally fine with selling it. I know that the entire party's here, but
What about the spooky candle of Seth? Because since I imagine none of us can use that.
I think we can, we just can't use most of its abilities. I think the only thing
okay.
we'd want to use is casting Gate.
I can also cast Gate. Yeah, I'm...
A different plane of existence.
Is that what Gate does?
Create a portal linking to an unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location on a different plane of existence.
But does that work inside of the dungeon?
I was gonna say,
Probably not, given that rule that Tatiana learned, and I assume has told
Yeah.
the rest of us of.
yeah, she probably would have mentioned it when we were, like, drinking before we decided what to do with the emerald. She'd be like, all right, so my librarian has got some tea, and I'm about to spill it.
Interestingly, it is on the same level as a wish spell, but shrug. Wait, I think the wish spell thing was actually more about remolding the dungeon.
No, the wish thing was leaving. Go ahead, Candle.
The candle, if you sell it, is 5,000.
Okay.
Beg your part. I beg your finest part.
You've looked into money, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
The candle of invocation is a very rare magical.
Can I just say, like, out of character for a hot second, I don't think in my entirety of playing D&D that in any capacity I've ever been in possession of anything higher than gold. So the fact that we have platinum at our fingertips. What?
The one thing that you would all note, or especially those of you that are particularly up to date on magic item prices. These are high prices.
So these are high quality items.
She
Then
is giving you a very good price for this item, much higher than you might be able to find for it
elsewhere
on the open market.
So what I'm hearing is that probably shouldn't try to haggle these prices to try and get more.
She won't. If you attempt it, she will not haggle the price.
Valid. If anything, we probably risk it going down, and I would not want that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm trying to remember the portal that we use the wand of conducting on. That requires a wand to activate, doesn't it?
Let me double check.
Because if it
Bastiana has
requires
a one now, right?
I will soon. It's in the process of being made. And I don't know what I can choose for the arcane focus of it, but maybe I can do
that. That portal was on this level.
Just because, like, if we have to use like a magical wand charge on it,
it has.
We
to
might
be
as well keep a hold.
It had to be touched with a wand that has at least one charge remaining.
Oh.
So I think that's a useful key to keep a hold of.
Just a focus is not enough.
Interesting.
I'm just going to note Keeper's key for portal to level.
I definitely going to sort this list out a lot more.
Level 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
1 to 10. Bon. Thank you. So what else have we got that's magical items? It's
we have the potion of invisibility.
Single boot of elven kind.
I don't think we get to sell that one.
Yeah, no, we do kind of need the pair. We don't know where the other one went.
I see Vincent is keeping the control amulet.
I mean, the control amulet's a bit balked, but I think that's possibly more a Hargate thing at the moment. But let's make a note.
Frey's blood play is concerning.
A little bit.
Yes.
Certain drow have questionable hobbies. Best not to go any further into.
Fair enough. The potion of gaseous form. Gaseous form? Gaseous form? Words?
Is fine with me.
The gas potion. Is it magic?
Yeah, that's magic. Unless it's normal for you to turn into a gas.
I'd say, we could probably sell that and the potion of invisibility.
Yeah, I don't really have any qualms with being invisible. I think I can also just cast invisibility on myself. I need to double check and see if I actually have that as a spell.
So I certainly considered requesting a loot be made. Well, requesting that my loot be enchanted so I can cast invisibility, but that would only be once a day, so.
Cool. So, John, what would we get for selling those potions?
So you're selling the potion of invisibility, the potion of gaseous form, and the candle of invocation?
Yeah. I feel like...
And the Naga Rod.
And the Naga Rod.
Are we going to sell... Yeah.
I've been listing the prices next to things as we get the price
So
up.
each of the potions is 500 platinum each. They're both rare.
My God.
Naga Rod, candle, a potion of invisibility.
Potion of gaseous form. Feel still like I'm feeling it wrong.
I might highlight these, even.
That's a good shout. So that looks like 7,500 platinum pieces so far. That's just the magic items.
Okay, and Naga Rod. Oh, thank you. Someone else has also been doing the thing.
Oh yes.
Okay, so that would mean Grand total, if we sell all 4 of those items, that is a grand total of 6,500 platinum pieces.
Oh yeah.
Bringing our total platinum to 7,000.
Oh yeah, because we already have 5.
Yeah.
My God, we are making bank today, y'all. We are being productive. The sun is shining. The crops are green. Our skin is clear. It's fantastic.
Anyone have any objection to us just marking the money and then just deleting the items from the list?
Like, you mean dividing it up amongst the however many of us there are, and then
that's the next step. We're just basically agreeing to sell it and it just turn the into money.
Basically, yeah.
Cool. I've marked the new total, and I'll start.
Lead the thing.
I will put a line through just that way. Anyone who's not here who wants to object has a chance to object.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
technically, there's people who aren't here, so if they for whatever reason have a need to want to keep this item, then we can go back and adjust the money as needed.
A little rewind.
Okay, Alt-Shift-5, that's what I want to do. Alt-Shift-5. Boom, there we go. Okay, so just mundane magic, mundane stuff.
For the mundane stuff, there's quite a lot on that list. So what I suggest is, at some point, you and I go through that list, Rogue.
Cool.
Between episodes, and we work out what it's worth. Outside of the fact that you've got at least one set of calligrapher's tools on there that's 5 gold.
I mean, there's a few things. There's a few pieces of jewelry that are probably the more important things, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go shopping?
So, I will also point out at this point, Obeya thanks you for your services. And with that amount of platinum spent, he hires a small retinue of bodyguards and a ship to leave the port and head back to Chult.
Oh wow! Aww.
And so Obeya leaves.
Bye, Obeya.
You were a very useful source of money.
Thank you so much.
Typical. We found the mystery shop. We've done the shopping around, and now it's gone.
We made Obeya spend all the money.
She only had so much money to spend, and
we took all of it.
You've taken it.
Yeah, can I delete the Umberhold legs if they're not good anymore?
Oh yeah, get rid of those.
Okay, also moving the slot. Great, up.
So she takes her small trove of magic items and heads back to Port Nyanzaru.
Plot twist, she's now going to sell them for twice as to what we sold them to her for.
Probably.
She's going to make such a profit, and she's going to be just living it up in Chult.
Extra, economic depression in Chult. One person how has all of the money.
She declares herself the queen of Chult.
He would have let you know, and you did know because it was on the quest log, that she was collecting on behalf of a wizard. Who wanted magic items.
Gotcha. Okay.
Didn't particularly care what the magic items were, just wanted magic items.
Fair enough.
The 3 charges.
Collecting. I'm just moving stuff, don't worry. There it is, it's up there.
Thank you. It's just because it's going to be a week, so that's going to be full on charges.
Nice.
How many of us are there? I think there is actually about 7 of us in there.
There's 6 members of the party at the moment.
Damn it. There goes the easy maths.
Okay, well, what we'll do is we divide, each of us gets 1,000 platinum pieces, and then we maybe save the last 1,000 as like a communal bank.
Just leave
if you will.
Leave it in the bag of holding.
Hang on,
Yeah, in case, God forbid, we get mugged and we need to just chuck a couple platinum pieces at someone for them to, leave us alone. I'm sure if they saw like one platinum piece, they'd be like,
with the 1,000 platinum.
I have a loot
It's probably
splitter.
very
1
heavy.
second.
So according to this calculator, we would all be getting the equivalent of 1,208 platinum with 4 copper left over.
I mean, we could also do it that way.
You're just like, 1,208 platinum.
What a man could do with that much platinum.
We haven't even sold all our the mundane things.
Yeah.
Alright, I've added 1,208 platinum to my money.
Oh, okay, we're doing the split now. Okay.
Shall we? I can undo that if I misunderstood.
I mean, if that's what... I just went into the calculation. If you want to split the money now or do this pooled money thing, I'm happy either way. I do lean towards the pool, to having like a pool.
It would be nice to have a spare
Like an emergency
money
fund,
for the party. Yeah.
1,000 platinum is still. Hey,
Yeah,
Tom.
I was gonna say it's not gonna say that. Also, just so I'm like putting it on my sheet correctly, I assume the platinum one is the one that's like on the inventory list, and it's like right below where your like strength, size,
Far left.
all that jazz is.
Oh yeah, you can hover over the icon. It says
Yeah.
platinum.
Oh, that's so nifty.
Andrew is nifty.
I would
Oh
also
my
recommend that if you're putting any amount of money on your character sheets, to make sure you keep it up to date on the D&D Beyond character sheet as well.
Noted.
No
I
one
don't-
ever
I think I
forget to do
reshuffled
that.
Where I'm storing items, I don't know how much of a problem that is.
I didn't hear the start of that because Rogue was saying he never forgets to.
I was being facetious.
Yeah, basically, as long as you keep your D&D Beyond character sheets up to date, whenever we import the character from like leveling up or gaining new item, it will import as well.
Okay, I'll try and remember to sort stuff because I'm pretty sure I faffed around with what's in my bag, what's on my backpack. Not well, maybe I don't know.
I had a mini freak out for a second because I went to my D&D Beyond sheet and I flipped to the what do you call it, like between my inventory and the party inventory, and I saw like already the 1,000 platinum, and I was like, hang on. I was like, when did I already, why did I already have 1,000 platinum? And then I realized.
So I'm just going to quickly look at the M's guide. Bastions, because there's some money things you can do with your basic facilities as well.
Yeah, like the gardens and greenhouses, I think they take about 2,000 to upgrade.
So if you wanted to, you can add additional basic facilities. As we've discussed, basic facilities don't have an in-game function beyond providing a space to roleplay in.
Okay.
But you can add a cramped basic facility for 500 gold, a roomy basic for 1,000 gold, or a vast basic facility for 3,000. You can also upgrade your current facilities. So a cramped go to roomy for 500 gold, or a roomy can go to vast for 2,000. It also takes a certain amount of time based on how big of a facility you're building for them to build the space.
What are the benefits of a bigger room?
In terms of the basic facilities, just more space to do role-playing stuff in. For facilities that you currently have, I think the greenhouse. No, the greenhouse you can't expand.
The greenhouse can't be expanded. The garden can be expanded.
If you have a garden, you can expand a garden to make it vast. A vast garden lets you have effectively gardens growing at the same time. And has another person who comes to look after the other half of your garden.
So you'd have 2 hirelings then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, yes, the workshop can also be expanded for 2,000 gold, and it gains 2 more hirelings and 3 more artisans.
Oh, nice! I didn't spot the extra tools.
And I think the only other one that any of you've got that can be expanded is the barracks.
That makes sense.
Which can be expanded to have up to 25 beds.
Plenty more time before I need new beds.
Yeah, we're not needing that right now.
Just like 50 Dragonborn and Drow just trotting around a square in the middle of town. It's just like, are we trying to take over this part of the city?
Are we the bad guys?
Are we a mafia?
Watch out for your kneecaps.
Although, knowing Nefira, there would be a Drow division, but then there would also be a Kobold division, or a Goblin. And they would be dubbed the Kneecappers.
Turns out the pub will also be expandable to get to that point.
Ooh, that's fun.
Make a bigger pub.
Because that's
always
exactly
have a
what we
bigger
need.
pub.
And if any of you gain a stable, and have a bigger stable.
I'm very torn between a stable, but I think I am looking forward to the menagerie.
I'm wanting one of them too.
The menagerie is also very tempting.
I can have little dragons in a menagerie.
Just go to the dungeon and get some pets.
Eventually.
I'm trying to remember, did we kill that chimera or did we let it stay alive? The one that Vason was trying to be friendly with.
I think you ended up killing it.
We had to kill it, I think.
Unfortunately.
It was probably eating your arm at the time.
I mean, it wasn't doing any damage, but yeah.
Eventually,
It's just teasing, it's fine.
Eventually the time comes, and we'll find out what Urania and Hargate do on the surface next time, assuming they're both back with which is in a month's time, so hopefully they are. And hopefully by then as well, Nadira will also have their cutie icon. Tanny is working on it.
Fingers crossed.
I know Stasiana got the glam.
I know, it's so damn adorable.
It's fabulous, lovely.
And also, if you pay attention, the mouth opens when you talk.
Shut up. I'm sorry. I need to go check this frickin' immediately. Because what? It's gonna be so wild. It's gonna be so wild because I'm gonna be like speaking, and it's probably gonna be mildly delayed. But I need to check this for my serotonin levels. I'm like,
it works with
stop talking for a
everybody's.
moment to be able to check. Oh no!
It
But you're
works
so
with everybody's
excited.
cutie icons that I
Oh my
got
God.
Tanny to draw a version with a mouth open, version with a mouth closed. I think.
okay, testing.
Really, of the
Testing,
three
testing,
cuties
1, 2,
right now, I
3.
think Bastiana's is the subtlest because
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Basin was the one that caused the most headache.
oh.
Dragonborn
I mean-
is complicated.
You're still so cute.
So getting a combat cutie would be annoying.
And
What would a
Nefira,
combat duty entail?
Whenever
I feel
we
like a
start
slight-
initiative, a combat
gonna
cutie
say-
appears
I was
instead
gonna
of
say, I
my-
feel like a slightly more serious face. Grr.
You'll
Just
it'd be
get
lots
a
of
pink
electricity.
crayon and add eyebrows. Done.
and
Eyebrows made of lightning.
Nefira has possibly the smallest difference between the two.
Oh yeah,
blows
you
without.
really can't see mouth with dark skin.
I can see the teeth. That's how I can tell.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can see like the slightest little like sprinkling of teeth.
I believe it's been titled the shit-eating grin.